Well, hello there. Welcome back to my channel. That is so not how I start any of my videos. So if you don't know me, my name is Gemma. I do videos here on YouTube. I do videos here every week, twice a week. I do hair, vlogs, and pretty much everything non-medical school related on Sundays. And on Thursdays, I do medical school related videos. So today I will be sharing with you guys my journey to medical school. So if you're interested in hearing my story today, keep watching. But before we begin, I want to say go grab your snack, go grab your fruit, because here on my channel we have this new thing where we always eat fruit during the video. So go grab yours and we can sit down and eat. But you won't see me eating today not because I don't have fruit to eat. No. I already ate mine. You see, I recorded this video before and didn't like it. So now all the fruit is gone. Okay, good. So let's get into the video. If you don't know already, I study medicine at the University of the West Indies Mona campus, which is in Jamaica, and I am from Barbados. And in Barbados, we follow the British system. So in order to get to medical school, you go through primary school, secondary school, you can go to sixth form or college, which lasts 2 years, and you can then go to university, do a bachelor's degree, or you can go straight into medicine for 5 years. So let's just get into my story. Let's start from secondary school. In secondary school, you do, where should we start? Full form? Yeah. So in secondary school, you're required to do the math and English exams, as I feel like it is everywhere in the world. You always do math and English. And I did math and English in fourth form. Usually you would do all your subjects in fifth form, but some schools allow you to sit them early, so I did them in full form, which puts me at like age 14. And then when I got to fifth form, I did my other main subjects, which are like biology, chemistry, physics. I also did additional math since I did general maths in full form. In the Caribbean, or at least in my country and at my school, we do the Caribbean exams. So we don't do GCEs or A-levels. We do the CSEC exam, which is the Caribbean Secondary Examination Certificate, which we do in fourth and fifth form. So that's the exam we did. And my grades for the sciences were all 2s, and the highest grade is 1. Actually, I was kind of disappointed when I got those grades because, I mean, it's the sciences and I need to shine in the sciences in order to go to medical school. And also, I really wanted to go to sixth form, and in order to get to sixth form, you need good grades, especially if you want to study the sciences. You need 1s and 2s, no lower. And I mean, given the fact that I had 2s, I knew I was gonna get in, but at the same time, I mean, it would have been nice to have 1s, you know? So anyways, I applied to sixth form at the same school I attended in fifth form, and I got in. So it wasn't a real change in terms of having to switch schools and make new friends, really. Some of my friends did opt to go to college, and some did go to other schools, but for the most part, the majority of them did stay at my school. And so yeah, I went to sixth form, and guys, this is when I really started to push myself, because sixth form can really determine like how you end up. So sixth form is divided into 2 years. You do lower sixth and then upper sixth, and in Barbados we do CAPE and not A-levels, like I said. CAPE is the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination, and it's divided into Unit 1 and Unit 2. So you do Unit 1 in lower sixth and then Unit 2 in upper sixth. So for Unit 1 and Unit 2, I did the same main subjects, which were biology, chemistry, and pure mathematics, which are the prerequisites you need in order to get into medicine. Or you can, instead of doing pure mathematics, you can do physics, but I really disliked physics, so I didn't do it. And apart from those main subjects, I did communication studies in lower sixth and then Caribbean studies in upper sixth, and those 2 subjects are compulsory. Like I said, when I got to lower sixth is when I really started to push myself, because in Barbados, if you get all 1s, you can get a scholarship. And if you go to college, if you get a GPA of 4.0, you get a scholarship. And this is a full scholarship covering tuition, living expenses, dorm, basically everything for you to go to university. So I really wanted that, because if you don't know, medicine, tuition is a lot of money, and my parents could not afford that at all. So that's why I really was working how many times I'm gonna say really, but I was working really hard. Okay, so at the end of lower six, I came up with 2 1s and 2 2s. I got the 1s in biology and chemistry, which I was really proud of because I always wanted to get 1s in the sciences. I didn't get 1s in the sciences back in C-Set, which is in 5th form. I got 2s, so I really wanted to, you know, up my game and get the 1s, which I did, so I was very happy. And I got 2s in pure mathematics and communication studies. Moving into upper six now, this is final year, guys. Like, this is the time to get everything done. This is when you're applying for universities, and this is, you just want to come out strong, okay? So like I said, I got 2 1s and 2 2s, so I was not eligible for the scholarship. However, if I got all 1s in my final year, I would be eligible to get an exhibition which covers the tuition fee for the University of the West Indies. So if I was to go to school, like say in England, they would pay just the tuition fee of whatever program I'm in at the University of the West Indies, and if it's more than that, I would have to cover it myself. So like I said, in upper six is when you're starting to fill out, you know, your applications for university, and I first applied to the UK. I applied to the University of Plymouth, University of Southampton, and University of Leicester. I feel like I applied for another one, but I'm not sure, so I can't remember right now. I did manage to score an interview with Plymouth. I think that's because they don't look for the UCAT grades from international students. However, Southampton and Leicester do. And when I did the UK CAT, I got a band 3 in situational judgment, and my other grade, I can't remember what it is, but the other grade that you get, mine wasn't like very high, so I can see why I only got an interview from the University of Plymouth. So yeah, I went to the interview and I did not get in. When I found out I didn't get in, I was very heartbroken because I just saw the University as the West Indies honestly as like my backup, and we have a campus in Barbados, but I never wanted to go to university in Barbados, and Mona was like my backup. I was very heartbroken because I didn't know what to do, and honestly, like, I just had my mind set on the UK. Not to mention the fact that I had to travel to go to the UK in order to do the interview because they don't do Skype interviews. So that was like, at the time, it felt like money down the drain. But now I'm glad I went to England. I mean, I got to experience what it's like to go to England, and I love traveling. So now it doesn't seem like a waste of money, but at the time, with all that heartbreak, it felt like a waste of money. Okay, so I was very heartbroken. Finishing up sixth form now, more heartbreak, oh my gosh. So, you know, after that heartbreak and that, you know, feeling like a failure and stuff, I started to research more universities, and I started to research more like about medicine and becoming a doctor and the pathways you can take and everything. And I realized that if I go to the University of the West Indies, I would be limited to practicing in the Caribbean, which I did not want at all. Because in order to practice, like say in the States or Canada, you need to do the USMLE, which we don't do here at the University of the West Indies. I found out about St. George's University. I got super excited because they're an offshore university from the States in the Caribbean. They're located in Grenada. Like, they teach the full US curriculum and everything, so they're basically like, it's like you're going to an American school, which you are actually. You're going to an American school, you're just in the Caribbean. So at the end of the day, you would write the same exams they would write in the States, and then you would, you know, go to the States and you would work, and everything will be, you know, peachy perfect. Everything will be all peachy, and you can practice pretty much everywhere in the world. That is what I wanted, so I applied to St. George's University. After waiting and waiting, I got an interview and I crushed it, okay? I was amazing at that interview. I dressed well, I spoke well, and I got in. I was the happiest girl on earth. I mean, nobody could tell me nothing, okay? I was the happiest girl on earth. I was accepted to St. George's University. I was happy. But then, But then I realized I couldn't afford it. I mean, like, even if I got the exhibition, I would not be able to afford it. When they had the pricing on the website, they had it as per term. I'm accustomed to seeing tuition fees as per year, so when I saw the price, I thought that was the price per year, and the exhibition would have been able to cover it if I got it. So I was like, okay, let me apply for this. But then, you know, after doing more research after I got in, because I like to make sure everything is all good. I guess you can call me a little skeptical, but I just had to make sure, and thank God I did, because their price was per term. Per term. Okay, and that is way more than the exhibition, and I would be in debt. Now I understand. From that, I understood why Americans are always in debt when they do medical school. Like, that is a hella lot of money. Okay, so anyways, I unfortunately had to turn them down, and when results came back at the end of sixth form, another heartbreak. I didn't get the exhibition. I did not get the exhibition. Like I said, I needed to get all ones in order to get the exhibition. In my final year, I got 3 ones and a 3. I got the 3 in math. So I had ones in biology, chemistry, and Caribbean studies, and I got a 3 in math. So that on itself was a whole other breakdown. I cried for the entire night. I was so heartbroken, guys. Like, I didn't know what to do. I mean, at this point, the only place I'd be able to go is to study medicine at Cave Hill. I know to some people it doesn't sound that bad, but for me, I just always had my mind focused on going to medical school, you know, in some place other than my own country, because I always wanted to like travel. You know, I love traveling, so I always wanted to leave home and go to university. But now that I didn't get the exhibition, I was like, what? I have to pray and hope I get into Cave Hill, because that 3 that I got was scaring me, honestly. I mean, like, you got a 3 and you're applying to medicine, like, oh girl. So at this point, like right now, I mean, like right now, looking back, I'm so super thankful for my family, and by that I mean my church family, my mom, my boyfriend, and my friends. Like, they have no idea how much they helped me. You know, my church family especially kept reminding me and telling me to have faith in God, and kept reminding me that, you know, everything happens for a reason and God knows what he's doing. And even if I have to stay in Barbados to do medicine, you know, I'm still getting to pursue my dream, and some people don't even get to. So, you know, they were trying to be encouraging and everything, and they did. But guys, what happened? Something turned around, okay? I found out that the government chooses 5 people to go to study at Mona, because at this point I'm trying to see if I can still get into Mona. Okay, so they choose 5 people, not necessarily people who got scholarships or exhibitions, but anybody, any 5 people to go study at Mona. However, they give preference to the scholarship winners and the exhibition winners, and anybody else, you know, who has the grades after. So I'm here calling up people now, trying to figure out, you know, if anybody else is applying to go to Mona, whoever else wants to go to Mona. And the girl can't find nobody. I ended up going to the orientation at Cave Hill, and when I got back home, I got a call saying that I would not be sponsored to go to Mona. Guys, it just feels like I'm getting heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak. And I cried that night again. I cried and I cried and I cried. At that point, I was preparing myself to just, you know, stay in Barbados, because I'm not going anywhere. They told me I wouldn't be sponsored, so there's no point. The following week, I got a call, and from my own government, because the previous call was a call from the University of the West Indies Mona campus, from the admissions office. But this time, this call was from my government calling me to tell me that Mona made a mistake and they would in fact be sponsoring me to go to Mona. Did I mention they would be sponsoring me? So like they would be paying my full tuition, which is the main thing I was worried about too. But I was given the chance to go overseas. I was given the chance to do what I want. So girl, I took it, okay? Guys, I was so happy. The only problem was that like it was kind of a rush because they notified me like the Thursday, I think, before school started, and school was starting the Monday. So I actually arrived in Jamaica the Monday, and that whole week of the first week of school was a hassle for me because I had to settle in, you know, get dorm sorted out and just, you know, everything. So yes, it was a very long journey, very emotional for me to get to medical school, but I'm so glad that I had my friends and my family to, you know, keep pushing me. And guys, here I am. I made it to medical school. So let this be a lesson to you. If you are having any ups and downs, keep trusting in God. He will get you through. Keep your friends and your families close, and keep those who motivate you even closer. So that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of my story. Whatever you want, if you need any motivation, feel free to message me on Instagram. I will be very glad to, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!